Good morning, viewers. Welcome to Vamcast again. Today I have a very special, very intriguing guest. Just to introduce, she's a doctor by profession. She is a Bharatanatyam dancer. She is a yoga practitioner. She is into rifle shooting. She's a singer. She's a motivational speaker, and the list just keeps going on. Unbelievable of achievements in a very short span of time. I introduce Dr. Tejaswini Manogna.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the introduction. That's long, I know, but feels good to hear from you. Thank you.
Absolutely, great achievements. I just want to straight away get to the most important question that just came to my mind when I was going through this very long list. How did you manage to get so much done in such a short time?
Yeah. I don't think it's short, but it's just the efforts that I've been putting all throughout. It's the passion for sure, that all the interest that I had, and definitely the support of my parents, like who supported me throughout my journey and let me follow my passion, let me do whatever I want to do. So that also had actually played a huge role. But all of this actually didn't come all of a sudden, but then it was a process. So it all started with elocution when I was a kid, and then I started with dance, and it's been 15, 16 years since I've been dancing. And then it started with yoga. So it started one after the other, and it was a process. But one thing what I think I should mention is the consistency. So it's not that I took up something and I gave up on something. It wasn't like that. Whatever I took up, I think I went to the depth of it. I studied it, and I gave my best in every field I choose.
How does one list of things start after another? How does the interest come about? If you can share a little bit about why Bharatanatyam, or why rifle shooting, or how did these things come about?
Okay, so my mom was a singer, so she was always interested into arts, and she wanted me to involve me into something while she was busy with working in Vishaka when she was working there.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was back then that she just involved me into dancing. And as I kept dancing, I got, these prizes. Even if it was a pencil, I was like, yay, I won this by myself. And then, so I wanted to win more. I wanted to, achieve something. And then that's how my interest into dance started. And as I came to my 8th and 9th standards, then I've seen my seniors, and I've seen my earlier pictures of my mom also wearing the NCC uniform. So I was like, wow, maybe I could be someone in case of national emergency if I could go into NCC. I was a kid, but then I don't know how I was thinking so much. But yeah, I got interested into NCC, and then I stepped into it. I learned everything from the basics of NCC: the rifle shooting, the rifle drill, commanding, group discussions, extempos, and I was into it. And as before I went to NCC, soon after my 10th standard, I think I felt I should use my time, and then I started doing yoga. So yeah, it just happened, I think.
How do you get things done? I know many, I'm sure you come across many people who want to do many things.
Yeah.
They have many tasks on their list. You're not going to procrastinate. You are going to get something done. How does somebody come to that state?
First thing, you need to have a will to achieve something. First thing, you need to have a goal. You need to understand yourself first. You need to have a passion for yourself. Once you understand that you have a passion, then you need to be disciplined. And because anything to be achieved, it needs a lot of hard work and discipline. So discipline meaning, like, you make a schedule, wake up early in the mornings. For people who wake up early in the morning, like I'm an early person, so I wake up at 5. And I start scheduling myself, and I do it. Maybe some people are late, but they like sitting all through the night. So whatever is your way of style of working, you could follow that. And then discipline is important. And once you have a plan and you're disciplined, then staying committed is extremely important, because a lot of people, like, they take up a task and then they give up in between. They think they can't do it. Staying committed is important, and working hard. I don't really say I'm intelligent or something, but definitely I can for sure say I'm very hardworking. So I work really hard. So hard work is important. And I think you work for it, you participate, you give your best and utilize every opportunities. but you should but at the end of it, the result is again not in our hands.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the result, I think you should be patient enough to accept whatever the result is. It could be success, it could be failure, but not giving up again, raising yourself another time, giving it a next attempt, it also matters a lot.
I think you touched upon a very important point actually, and it connects me back to what's happening, in our surroundings. And just yesterday, a famous actor had a very
Yes,
bad
Sushant.
news. So, in times like this, in times of COVID, in times of crisis, right? Any type of
Yeah.
crisis, how do you? I mean, any thoughts on what you can share on that?
Yeah, especially like during this time, especially during the COVID crisis, I think each one of us is going through a different phase in our life, and each one of us is going through some kind of lows. And a lot of people, maybe they might not express, but they are going through depressions, especially when it comes to yesterday's case with Sushant. I think see, it's not easy to understand what they undergo at that point. Only they know it, what they understand, and that's the reason they might have taken such extreme steps. It's easy for us to sit on the other side and say maybe this should not have happened, but it's up to them. You're not in their shoes to understand what they've undergone. But I think during this crisis, it's important for us. Passions, I can say, can actually save us a lot, because I myself, like, I am in this phase where I'm waiting for my entrance and postgraduate and entering into post graduation. So I'm waiting. Like, this is like too much of time for us. So I think
Yeah.
it's the passion that we need to keep up at this time. The passion could be anything. It could be gardening. It could be singing. It could be just, having your Fitbit on or walking and then finishing your targets of like, I walk like 15,000 steps a day. I do yoga, and I sing and I dance. And it's these passions which is actually keeping me alive. And there's a lot of negativity all around, but I think it's important to wait. It's important to calm down yourself. We have a lot of goals in life, but sometimes it's important to also step back, calm down, stay peaceful, wait for something better to come. Because maybe when you wait, that's when you will realize, thank God I did not take any bad decision at that time. Thank God I was waiting. And today I'm so grateful that I'm able to see this day. So that day would, I think we should just have the patience to wait. And definitely things like yoga, meditation, they help you to calm down. They help you to pace down yourself and then wait for things to come, wait for the times to change for betterment.
Absolutely. I think I really relate to what you said. I myself have felt that anxiousness maybe a month ago,
I
where I
know.
was like happening, how things going to go in the future. I was
Yeah.
getting really nervous, anxious internally. And what you said, I started meditating actually. I mean, feel it's very mundane when people say, why don't you try meditation and all of that. I was also feeling maybe the education system needs to change, where
Yeah.
people teach about mental health. People teach,
Seriously.
maybe not yoga as a temporary class once in a while growing
Yeah.
up, but like a mental status. You are sharing a lot of your meditation techniques with people. Any positive outcome out of that?
Yeah, for me, basically, like yoga is not just about asanas or doing pranayama or meditation. For me, it's like a way of life. Yoga involves everything, like it's called Ashtanga yoga. So, yama, niyama, there are too many steps in it. So,
Sure.
being disciplined, waking up at a particular time, and then having that will to perform. All of this is also a part of yoga for me. It's a way of life, and it definitely changed the way I look at things. It's like working at myself internally, and when I'm at peace with my own self internally, I'm able to spread that positivity to others. And through my videos on Instagram, or through a lot of, like, I get a lot of personal messages also. I'm able to inspire a lot of people. I am able to, like, change their way of looking at things. It's a say, one thing can be seen at different perspectives. The way you see it itself changes a lot of things. So I am getting them initiated into yoga and meditation, and it's only, as you said, it's only when you start doing the thing that you will know the importance of it. Thinking of it, like seeing it, doesn't make a lot of difference, but when you start, that's when you change.
Yeah, I have a very interesting question post the meditation discussion. Do you get angry as a person when you're doing so many things, when you deal with maybe unwanted things? Do you get angry as a person?
At times, yes. So we are humans, we would have all kinds of emotions for sure. I'm not
Uh,
still that yogic person where I have reached that stage where I don't get angry at all. Yeah, for sure. I get angry, I get sad, I cry at times when I feel, face, failures and all. But it's part and parcel of life. It's just for a moment. You change again, things start getting
yeah,
better. Yeah.
yeah. Any tip for how to control anger or what to do when you get angry? Because really use that at this time.
I think the quick thing what you could do is just take deep breathe in and breathe out. Just calm down. Just don't say anything. Wait for a while, and then things will settle down. I think pranayama at that time, just sitting in the same place and just taking deep breathe in, breathe out might
Okay.
help. Yeah.
What is the specialization you're looking at?
I basically like pediatrics. I have four options for myself, like pediatrics, general medicine, ortho, and gynec. But I'm looking forward for peds. Yeah.
Okay, fine. And I also read that you're an environmentalist. Can you talk about that a little bit as to what is the initiative you're taking in that aspect?
As an individual and also through a lot of NGOs and also through the government also, I've been in this massive tree plantation programs. Apart from that, like as myself, like as a doctor, I've been visiting a lot of government schools and colleges where I was talking about personal and environmental hygiene. So that's what is really important in this COVID times. Without knowing that there would be a pandemic like this, I was talking about it since a really long time. And then about tree plantations and explaining the kids because it's them who will take this idea forward. So if I could explain something to them, initiate, put a seed into the kids, then they will definitely take it forward. They would understand it better. So I would explain them about all the deforestation that is happening, and then how they could secure our environment, and tree plantations, making them plant a lot of trees, and then keeping their environment clean in their schools and their homes and all. And also about construction of toilets and construction of water harvesting pits and rain harvesting pits and all. So I basically explain about all of that when it comes to environment. Also, I was a part of Haritaharam, also like one of the ambassadors who was doing the massive drive of tree plantations.
So, how do you, being a great implementer yourself in terms of what you've been able to do, how do you feel these kind of initiatives can actually get into a concrete, implementation phase where the society can actually see the results of these?
Yeah, very true. That's the question. Because when we go to Haritaharam and all, we plant the tree, but who is going to save that and secure that and water it and let it grow? So that's what, like, see, I think it's about taking initiatives and then employing someone to actually take care of those saplings and all, especially when it comes to school. Okay, when I was in Philippines, so I was doing this tree plantation program, but I won't be there to see that tree grow. So I was I gave that initiative to the kids around me, saying, "See, I'm planting this tree, but the responsibility of the tree is yours. I will be in touch with you all. You would take care of this, and then you will make this grow." So when it comes to schools, in their own school, like if it's like a kid who is in the fifth class, he would be there for the next 5 years at least, maybe at least with him or his friends. So he could take that initiative to like let that plant grow at least till the time he's there. If it's at home, obviously we would take care of it. So it's just that, being sensitive towards environment, and then being responsible enough to let it grow, like how we need water, how we take care of our own selves. If we should take care of the saplings also, and that's when they would give us oxygen to live. Otherwise, with all the pollution that we have, I don't think we would probably survive on the masks forever, masks which give oxygen or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it goes back to education, right? Education, again, back to basics. You have to make sure that people understand the right way to live forward to have a better future.
Yeah.
I can't help but notice the number of books behind you. So, any suggestions to our viewers on any motivational books or any things to get done, or motivational books that can help us.
Motivational books, unless you have that will to change, how many more books you would read? Nothing would change you. So I personally, I admire Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. I had read a lot about him. I met him personally. He spoke about me also. So I have that motivation from him, and it's because of him that I go to these schools and I talk to the kids, like how he was doing. I'm just trying to take it forward. Motivation, I think it has to come from within. If you have the will to change, then you don't need any motivation from around. You will change for yourself, and then it's just that you need to have that will to change. Yeah.
How nice, how nice. So thank you so much for doing this, Tejaswini. I think definitely the Vamcast viewers and people around, whoever you're touching upon by your initiatives, will be greatly motivated, an external motivator to help them continue doing what they are trying to do. And I wish you all the best. Let's hope to make this a better planet going forward.
Definitely, together we could all do that. And thank you so much. It was an honor talking to you. I'm sure, like, you are doing so many wonderful things, like you, Vishaka, together, and all the departments, like be it V6 or be it the Nava clinic that I have been to, or be it the newspapers. I think you all are doing amazing things to protect, to do something for our society. And you yourself are an inspiration to a lot of people. I'm sure at this young age you are handling so many people at your office and all these places and factory and all. So good luck to you all. May you all also inspire many people.
Thank you so much, Tejaswini. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.